Hey guys, I made this video a few months ago, but I thought it could have had a better ending, so I hope you enjoy this rewrite. Leave a like and comment below any other what ifs you would like to see in the future. As Anakin is sliced by Kenobi, he rolls down the lava bank. Using his one hand still left, he clings to the gravel-like floor to hold himself up. This time, staying away from the lava. He lays there in agony as his old master screams in sorrow at him. But Anakin just lays there. No lava nor fire catches his skin as he is kept together. Obi-Wan looks at him, tears flooding his face like an infinity pool on top of a skyscraper. In that moment, Obi-Wan saw his friend, his mentee, and with his lapse of vengeance, he didn't kill him. I mean, how could he? Yoda sent him there to kill Anakin, but as memories rushed into his mind, he couldn't bring himself to commit such an act. He collects Anakin, who has passed away from the pain, and brings him aboard the ship. Carrying Padme as well, they head to a medical bay where they can seek immediate treatment. Brought into different rooms, only separated by a clear glass wall. As Padme looks at Anakin, she has a sense of relief. Obi-Wan didn't kill him. She sees the restraints placed upon him, but is happy at the fact that he is okay. She is rushed with the pain of Luke and Leia being born. Padme does not succumb to her broken heart and doesn't die, yet stays alive after seeing her husband again, who some would say was present for the birth of his children. As droids worked on Anakin's limbless body, recovering everything that they could, he lay there inanimate. As his final leg is replaced by a metal component, the droids leave the room with Anakin alone. All he could hear was his own heartbeat. Everything was silent. But as he looked to his left through the glass wall for the first time, he saw Padme lying on the bed. Above her stood Obi-Wan holding a child. Anakin's rage began to boil. Thoughts and visions went through his imagination as he came to one final conclusion. Palpatine had lied to him. He didn't need to save her, she was fine. She lay perfectly placed with her children in her arms. How could he lie to him like this, he thought. Anakin came to realize who Palpatine was. A manipulative, cunning, but cruel old man. Though this realization did not cause Anakin to turn back to the light, it further grew his hate and feelings for the dark side, who drew on all aspects of the Force as he ripped his hands from his restraints and then his legs, stepping onto the ground before he tested his new robotic equipment. Anakin forced the glass to shatter as he ran into the hallway. Obi-Wan saw him do it as he called to Yoda. Yoda screamed at Anakin not to leave, igniting his green lightsaber and running after Anakin. Simply raising his hands, Yoda was pushed into the wall, giving Anakin enough time to leave. His vengeance was not for Yoda. His hate for him had almost completely subsided. All he could think about was Palpatine. As he exits the medical bay, he gets into the first ship that he can find and heads to Coruscant. Landing at the Galactic Senate building, Anakin enters Palpatine's office. Palpatine was extremely shocked to see that Anakin was still alive. He immediately noticed his robotic limbs and became very stern. But Anakin controlled the room, demanding an answer as to why Palpatine survived the childbirth. Palpatine had clearly lied to him, and Anakin was very upset. He tried to justify himself, but it was no use. Anakin's rage had grown strong. He ignited his lightsaber. He wasn't ready to hear any more lies from this man. Anger and guilt consumed him as he marched towards the shriveled old Emperor. Palpatine frowned and ignited his lightsaber too. As their blades clashed, sparks lit the room. Blue and red clashes of evil and pure hatred. Palpatine leaped from surface to surface, finding any vantage point he could, consistently switching between the 7 lightsaber forms which he had mastered. He was fast, the quickest opponent Anakin had ever faced. Anakin tried numerous things to gain an advantage against the Sith Lord, from force-pushing objects towards him to clenching his fingertips to choke him. But Palpatine resisted them all. Lightning was cast around the ends of the room, burning the walls and furniture as Palpatine tried to locate Anakin. And then he did, and blasted him with an extremely powerful streak of lightning. Anakin screamed in pain but didn't give up. As cackling echoed in the room, Palpatine edged closer to him and raised his saber before swinging it at Anakin. But Anakin wasn't there. He had gotten to his feet and dodged the attack from Palpatine before thrusting the lightsaber through his back, killing Emperor Palpatine. His body was thrown to the floor, lifeless. Yoda rushed into the room after finally arriving on Coruscant to see what Anakin had done. Anakin looks to his right and sees Yoda and Obi-Wan standing in the corridor. They must have followed him to Coruscant. Obi-Wan teared up as he questioned Anakin as to why he killed all of the Jedi, his family. But Anakin was brainwashed. He explained to the Jedi that it was them who were to be blamed for the war. He simply said that the Chancellor got what he deserved and now he was dead. But revenge wasn't the Jedi way. Obi-Wan and Yoda both ignited their lightsabers. Anakin was a tyrant now, and someone who they couldn't have ruling the galaxy. As they ran for each other, their lightsabers met. Anakin was more powerful now. He had learned from his mistakes and would not be corrupted by arrogance. He knew his abilities and his strength, and now they were stronger than both of these Jedi. Anakin throws aggressive swings at both Obi-Wan and Yoda before force pushing Obi-Wan into the wall, knocking him out, similar to how Count Dooku did before his demise. Yoda and Anakin continued to flurry their blades at each other. Their skills seemed equally matched, with no one gaining the upper hand. For minutes on end, they threw everything they had at each other. Force powers and lightsaber skills cast around them as the hum of their blades created the noise. Obi-Wan woke up as he made his way back towards Anakin, fighting with everything that he had left. But Anakin was able to exploit Obi-Wan's defenses and kick him to the ground whilst force pushing Yoda into the corner of the room. He raises his hands to swing at Obi-Wan, but as he does, he hears the scream of his wife behind him. Padme had rushed to Coruscant to stop Anakin. She pleads for him to stop. This makes the conflict within him rise. Everything he had done up until this point was for her. As he stared at Padme, two more people entered the room holding his newborn children. When this happens, he stumbles back. They were okay. Everything Palpatine said was a lie. He was manipulated and corrupted by him. Anakin realizes this for good as he drops his lightsaber and falls to his knees. Tears flood his face as he apologizes for all of the damage that he caused. Padme was the anchor that Anakin had to the light. When she came back into the room, he realized all the mistakes that he had just made. Yoda got back to his feet and approached Anakin to comfort him. He believed in second chances and allowed Anakin to do his best to make things right. They went to the Jedi Temple and called for all of the Jedi to return. Before the war, their numbers grew in the tens of thousands, but now it was reduced to around 100. They had a fresh start. It took time, but after the next generation of Jedi was trained, their numbers grew to 1,000 and continued to rise. Anakin was able to right his wrongs and the darkest moments of his life. His children Luke and Leia would join the Jedi Order and become strong pupils. Moving forward, the Jedi taught how to control your anger instead of completely shutting it off. Anakin had a wonderful family who loved him despite his mistakes in the past. With the Sith destroyed, the Jedi entered a new era of peace in the galaxy. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you didn't know, we're giving away a replica Cal Kestis lightsaber from Neo Sabers. All you need to do is head over to the video What If Qui-Gon Survived and like and comment on there. Please be sure to leave your email or Instagram in the comment so that we are able to contact you if you have won the award. There will be a link to it in the description below, or check it out on our channel page. The winner will be announced at the end of the month, so be sure to check out for any more announcements related to that. Also, check out Neo Sabers if you would like your own lightsaber. They have a bunch of awesome replicas to choose from at an affordable price that will make you feel like a Jedi Master. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If Anakin never burnt on Mustafar, he would become extremely powerful, easily more powerful than Palpatine. This means that he either kills Palpatine and becomes a tyrant and rules the galaxy, or he kills Palpatine and turns back to the light. Today, I decided to go for a happier ending, as I know many of you have been requesting that. If you would like to see a darker and perhaps more realistic version of this, then check out the original video. I will leave the link to it in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and may the Force be with you.